based in West Palm Beach with all the tennis freaks. And we're going to talk about his one on one work and how he works with people beyond his own business and an active social media personality, dealing with fans and community members, and his incredible networking that he's a part. He's a serial entrepreneur, public speaker, television personality. And we're blessed to always have Darren here with us. We're going to let him join. Hopefully, he's there. There we go. That is awesome. And follow him at darrenbrown.ceo. Darrenbrown.ceo. Hey, Darren.
David Meltzer, how are you?
Fantastic would be an understatement. How are you?
I'm doing great. So thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. It's a pleasure. On behalf of everybody that follows you, the work you do is outstanding, and I want to be like you when I grow up.
Then be a part of our community because you're already starting and you're an important part of what I'm doing because I'm looking for guys like you that are empowering other people to empower other people to make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun. And you seem to be aligned in my mission. And, when I look at your career with all the things you have going on, I think about proximity. A lot of people don't understand the value of proximity. You and I both do an enormous amount for free for people. But you can't, if you're dealing with, 1.7 million members and, a few million in my community that I have, you can't give proximity to everybody for free. Right.
Exactly.
And thank goodness for technology because that allows us to give some sort of proximity to whoever wants proximity for free. I take it a step farther and, I'll send my book, sign it, pay for shipping and my book to anybody on earth. So email me. I'll do that, david@dmeltzer.com. But, when it comes to the one-on-one stuff, we got to be selective of who's going to play on that team, what position they're going to play, because that proximity is expensive. That's not non-time, that's scheduled time. And so,
Right.
how have you been able to reconcile, number one, this proximity issue that exists for all people who have huge audiences and communities, but also separating non-time from scheduled time to be able to facilitate helping as many people as we can, but sticking to what we do, not kowtowing to what other people want?
Well, I had to learn the hard way, and I'm sure you've probably been here early in your career, but I had a free consultation, and I said, hey, everybody, I just want to talk to as many people as I can. And I think a celebrity, a famous comedian, I don't want to name drop, but shared it, and I had like hundreds, 800 or 900 free consultations, to the point where after a while, people forgot they didn't even know who I was. So it was just like, yeah, I booked a consultation for something I don't even know.
Yeah.
So I learned that way. Then I also learned that we are valuable. We do have resources, and people are naturally drawn. However, it's just not feasible to talk to everyone every time someone wants to pick your brain about a good business idea, because in the long run, it limits you. It does limit you. So I've had to kind of get a little tough sometimes and say, hey, man, I love you. I talked to you a couple of times for free, but I do have a consulting business. So finding that balance between helping and still running a business and managing my time wisely is, it's taken me years to kind of figure out.
Yeah, we're still figuring it out, I'm sure, and looking at what we do and how we do it. Now, one of the other things I tell people, I would love for my own children and other children to learn three things. One, to read better. I want them to read books because I think reading allows you to exercise the muscle of the imagination, but also distinguish between what is real and what is imagination, which is going to become more and more valuable these days. Obviously, AI, if we're not paying attention to AI, we're going to lose the exponential productivity that is existing today. And I see a majority of the people falling every day so far behind because they're paying no attention or giving intention. But the last one is the one that I think, looking at both of our personalities, has really assisted us the most in our past, but also would assist children in the future, and that's door knocking. You used to be a Jehovah Witness.
Yes.
I would not. I would knock on doors uh, all day long. If I could wish anything for my kids to do, it would be knock on 150 doors a day, selling solar, security, pest control, something.
Uh-huh.
But or being a Mormon or Jehovah Witness selling God. I don't care what they're selling, but I'm
Mhm.
telling you, if you can get people to do these three things, how important was that experience of door knocking, and what were some of the key takeaways from knocking
Mm.
on those doors?
You caught me off guard a little bit with this one, David. I got to give you, tricky. Well, it's funny you say that because, all the religions, the views aside, just get talking to people, learn how to talk to people that have a difference of viewpoint. So I think the biggest benefit is being able to talk to people that have different political backgrounds, different religious backgrounds, finding that common ground. And, those values work in different settings. You know what I mean? And also, I think it also teaches you a way to get along with your common man and have some dignity and respect for the other guy and the other side. So I will say that, religious views aside, those just door knocking, like you said, and learning it the old fashioned way. You can only do so much on video or only so much through AI, but, a firm handshake or looking somebody in the eye, giving them your word. My dad was a Marine. I was raised in old school values, and it's irreplaceable.
I'm old school, so I appreciate that. They don't call me Uncle Dave for nothing.
Yep.
And to that measure, I want to finish up with an idea that you had. Today we have to not necessarily put our politics or our religions, our philosophies, our theories, our spirituality to the side. I think that we have a common misunderstanding that needs to be uh, cleared up. And it's people like you and I that can help clear it up. And what I mean by that is that what we really need is equity of opportunity under the
Mhm.
context that we're all not equal. We all different. Everybody's
Yep.
different. I'm the only one that has this, and you can Snapchat that thing. You can't copy that. That's mine. I'm the only
Right.
one that has it on Earth. There's 7.6 billion people on the internet. Only one
Mhm.
of these.
That's
And
right.
but what I desire, understanding an infinite, abundant, unified system of thought, whatever you apply to that thought, meaning religious, politics, theories, philosophies, spirituality, is that we need an equity of opportunity for all these fingerprints out there. And the only way we can do that is what you were stating. And I'm going to restate it and get your comments on it. It's through appreciation of differences.
Yes.
So we don't necessarily, what you were saying, we don't really set it aside, but instead we actually are more interested and interesting and to seek the oneness between all of us by appreciating, adding value to your fingerprint and my
Yep.
fingerprint. You're
Exactly.
appreciating the differences that exist right there. And I appreciate when you hold up yours, the differences there. Are there some aspects that you've learned in building such a big community, working with so many different artists, athletes, business people, being on TV, all the things you're doing about appreciation of differences?
Well, Dave, moving from Chicago down to South Florida, I'm around so many different people that have the same skin color as me, but from different countries. So we may look similar, but different foods, whether Jamaican or Haitian or Dominican. So Florida's a melting pot, and that's just one example of how I've been around people that are different. Florida, I'm sure tons of different people down here in Florida. You know, and when we have a good time, don't speak the same language, but we know how to do the little drink symbol or something, or do a high five. So I think that is critical because, like you said, a lot of the people that put me on, even in Miami and stuff like that, we don't come from the same country. My mentors are Latin and from Britain, and everybody's not my same demographic. And if I was afraid or let those differences intimidate me, I wouldn't have some of the best business mentors, and even yourself included. If I was afraid of differences, how many opportunities would I have shut off for myself? So I think just us being on this live speaks to the fact that being able to embrace those differences opens up just a world of opportunity for you.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And that opportunity gives us options, and those options give us more touches of favor, aligning what's doing well, what's stable, what we think is doing well, giving us that alignment with the divine directions and divine time, but within the context of that divinity, whatever that means to you. is a really great aspect or outcome called divine detours. And that requires not just the wisdom of the mentorship that we appreciate between each other, you and I, Darren, but it also intrinsically involves faith that there's something bigger than all of us. And
Yep.
it's just the best option, faith. You can give it whatever definition you want, but unless you believe when there's no evidence or evidence is contrary to where you want to be, unless you believe you're being protected, promoted, loved, and perfected by it, you just don't understand it. You're not going to get to where you want to be or better. You're not going to accelerate aggregate, and you won't have the exponential compounding outcomes that create this abundance in your life of making a lot of money, helping a lot of people, and having a lot of fun. We got Darren Brown here with us. We'll be visiting him. We're going to invite him on our TV show. Hopefully, he can fly out to the win. If not, we'll do it virtually. But I'll have my
Sure.
team reach out. We'll get him on there, office hours. He'd be a great guest or a spotlight or maybe even a co host. We got to get Big
Woo!
D out with us. We share so much together. So, Darren Brown, please follow him. You'll learn a lot at darrenbrown.ceo. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon.
Hey, thank you for your time, Dave. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it.
Vice versa, man. Take care. Have a great day down there.
Yeah,
Right
you too.
on. All right. I actually lived in Coconut Grove after law school. So familiar with Florida, actually a member of the Florida Bar when I graduated. All right, everyone, just to review real quickly, we are on our way to Augusta, Georgia. That's where that's right, the Masters is. We'll be there. I've been there over 30 years at the Masters and going to go see all my friends, family, and associates. Joining me, over 50 people. Come and join us, David at dmeltzer.com. Then we'll leave for Nashville. We're going to do a VIP dinner and a fire walk with Bucky O'Neill, Leah Notieri-Annie. Then we're going to go to the NASDAQ and do a mastermind VIP dinner, meet up for Napoleon Hill Foundation. JB Hill, Don Green, Cleona O'Hara, myself, many, many more coming into town. Come and join us, David at dmeltzer.com. Then to Boston, I'll be doing a meetup, a keynote, and a VIP dinner in Boston. Then to Denver, meetup, keynote, and dinner in Denver. And then finally back home, maybe I'll play some golf with my son and hang out with the families I will be with every one of my family members on this trip at different times in different places. So we are blessed. Please join us, David at dmeltzer.com. I am so excited, Colleen, as well. I can't wait. You're just a valuable. We have some great stories. We got to ask Colleen about when she lost the rental car. That was one of my favorite ones. We lost a rental car at the Masters. Anyways, we're on our way. Please reach out, David at dmeltzer.com. If you want the guides, exercises, my book, I'll sign it, send it to you, pay for shipping, pay for the book, exercise guides on perceived value, bottom line, and timing and risk tolerance, open-ended question guide, whatever you want, David at dmeltzer.com. Whoops. All right, everyone. Remember, most importantly, be more interested than interesting. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. We will see you later. Oh, Chris is here now? Huh, I'm going to get him to join. Sorry, I didn't see that. Bring him on for a minute. Maybe not. All righty. Anyway, we'll reschedule, Chris. I saw you on there too late. I had you at 8:05 Pacific time, but we can reschedule. We're always available for you, my brother. Thank you. I want to talk about your AI powered system to create future of security and solution to prevent all of us these unnecessary violences. Anyways, be more interested than interesting. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. We'll see you tomorrow.